Big news in the sports world this weekend. Shohei Ohtani signed a record contract with the LA Dodgers, $700 million for 10 years, the largest contract in U.S. team sports history, surpassing the $426 million 12-year deal for LA Angels outfielder Mike Trout, Ohtani's former teammate, and $450 million 10-year deal for Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Pat Mahomes. Joining us now with more on how this monster deal impacts the economics of baseball is Patrick Rishe, Washington University in St. Louis Director of Sports Business Program and Sportsimpacts founder and president. Patrick, great to have you here. So if any player is worth it, Ohtani's worth it, right? Kind of a singular talent, but put it in perspective in terms of what it means. Is it a good deal for the Dodgers? How does it fit into current Major League Baseball economics?
Well, it's certainly a great deal for the Dodgers and more importantly for Major League Baseball. I'm actually in Los Angeles now, and I can tell you being on the ground here that there's just enthusiasm. But I say great for Major League Baseball because you had a star in Mike Trout who was kind of buried in Anaheim. Anaheim is kind of a graveyard for Major League Baseball stars. And now that Ohtani is with the Dodgers, just a few miles away, and yet what a world of difference it makes for the entire league. Because every time he goes on the road, he's going to be a marquee. The Dodgers have a history of working with Japanese stars. So I think this is where the Dodgers will see the greatest increase in their revenue going forward is in international revenue growth and corporate partnership growth. Dodgers, they have sold 3.7 million in ticket sales the last several years, tops in baseball, about 82% attendance capacity. And I think that's going to be closer to 90% based on the enthusiasm here in this market for Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah, and presumably as a visiting team, the Dodgers will draw really well as well. Now, people looking at this saying, look, $70 million annualized over the life of this contract. I mean, there are some whole teams that don't have a $70 million payroll. Now, there are some adjustments here where the payments are going to be spread out. So tell us about that. And again, is it not just a case of the rich teams getting richer here?
Well, I'll tell you, that's what I thought at first. Talk about two things. The deferred payments. This is not the first time that the Dodgers have engaged in deferred payments. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, two of their other stars and likely future Hall of Famers, they've engaged in those kinds of deferred payments so that the team can still have room to fit additional talent. The locals tell me they need relief pitching, so hopefully some of that money that Ohtani is deferring, they can spend elsewhere. But the other issue here is truly, if you look at last season, again, when money is spent like this, you worry that the big market teams are dominating. But last year, of the 12 teams that made the postseason, 6 of them were either 17th in payroll or below. They were in the bottom half of league payroll. 2 of the teams, Baltimore and Tampa, were 28th and 29th in payroll, and the World Series participant, Arizona Diamondbacks, were 21st. So you still have to spend your money shrewdly, and you still have to scout and develop players.
Yeah, there is a bit of a sense out there that good draft picks over years and a lot of the good analytics can help out here. And, you know, there have been a couple of $200 million payroll teams as much as a decade ago, and there were only 2 last year. So I agree with you in general, but are the overall economics going to break here at some point? Because baseball does not necessarily have the richest TV packages. And in terms of how much there is to go around for the league itself, is it not going to shrink?
Well, it's always a concern for me. Again, I don't anticipate other teams are going to be throwing this kind of money because truly Ohtani is a unicorn with this ability to both hit and pitch, Babe Ruthian. So you're not going to see that kind of money being paid to other players in this free agent season. But when you look at the economics of baseball, especially the regional sports networks have crumbled. So you don't expect that the money is going to come from there. I think ultimately you will see the next national media rights deal will be an increase. But baseball has fallen behind the times as it relates to football and basketball. It will never again in this country be one of the top 2 sports. Football and basketball now have that firmly cemented.
Now, quickly, I mean, I imagine part of the rationale here is Ohtani's a global phenomenon. You would think.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, Ohtani just captures the imagination. We already know that there's a rich history of Japanese ball players coming to this country and succeeding. And so they're seeing that as an opportunity. All of these sports, right? All of the professional sports leagues want to grow internationally. And also, let's not forget about private equity capital. That's flooding into pro sports more so than ever before.